Hi, thanks for joining me. Today I'm going to be making another family favourite, but this is a really easy one. It's a no-bake cheesecake. You just whip everything up together, stick it in the fridge and it's done. But what I like best about this is I make it ahead of time and freeze it. I've frozen it for months. I used to make 3 or 4 of them at a time, stick them in the freezer, an occasion would come up, just get it out. Doesn't take long for it to defrost. Probably a few hours, and you're ready to go. So let's have a look at the ingredients I'm going to be using. So here I've got the flan base that I'm going to be using, and next to that you can see I've melted some butter. So I'm going to be greasing that with that melted butter. I have some lemons. We're using the zest and the juice of the lemons. I don't know that we'll need that many, but I was out picking them, so I just picked a bunch and I've washed them. We need sweetened condensed milk. We also need cream cheese. I'll use margarine for this, so you can use butter. We need sweetened biscuits. These are the ones I'm using. I often use milk arrowroot biscuits. So whatever sweetened biscuits you like, because we're going to crush those up. Now, the extra thing that I'm doing today is I'm making it into a pineapple cheesecake. So I'm adding some diced pineapple there. Now, if you're using pineapple, just make sure the chunks aren't too big. This one has got very small pieces in it, but I do usually buy it in the tin, and those are quite large chunks. So you may need to cut it up a little bit, just so that it mixes nice and evenly through the mixture, through the filling. Okay, let's get on and start making it. So the first thing I'm going to do is to grease the flan that I'm using. Just making sure that that's really thoroughly greased. Right, so that's ready. Now those biscuits, I used the food processor and I blended them all up. And what I need to do now is to melt some margarine and pop that in there. Okay, so we've got our crushed biscuits there and we've got our melted butter. So I'm just going to pour that in and mix that through. Now the recipe will be in the description below. Don't go off what you see me putting in, because I am putting in a little bit extra just to make a bigger one. A little extra one. Right, so you'll know that that's ready when you can get it and put it together and it stays together. So that's what we're after. It depends on the biscuits that you're using. I've found that sometimes you need to use more margarine. And I think it's because of the different biscuits that you use and how they might absorb that, that melted butter. Okay, so let's put that in there. Now we want to press that up against the sides. Spread it evenly over the base and then just pat that down. There we go, that's nice and even. Now once we've got that all done, we need to pop that in the fridge for at least 15 minutes so it can set. So the next thing we need to do is to beat our cream cheese until it is soft and creamy. So there we go, we've beaten that. I'll just scrape the sides down now. Right, now we need to add our lemon zest. And our vanilla, and then we need to beat that again. Now we're going to add the sweetened condensed milk. Just move that out of the way. Okay, that's done. And now we need to beat it again. Now we're going to slowly add the lemon juice as we're beating. Now, if you want a plain cheesecake, that's where it would end. But because I'm making a pineapple cheesecake, I'm adding my pineapple pieces. Now, I did talk about the size of them. That's the size of the pieces that I'm using. So you wouldn't want anything much larger than that. Now, I'm going to set some aside so that I can use it for decoration. But then the rest of it is going in, and I'm just going to mix that through by hand. Right, now I'll just go to the fridge and I'll get our flan out. And here we have our flan. Right, now I just put that back in the fridge to set. And here we have it, it's out of the fridge and it's set. Now what I'm going to be doing, I've just got a piping bag here and I filled it with cream, and I've got a star-shaped nozzle on the top, and I'm just going to decorate around the sides. So I'm just going to put swirls around the sides there. Now you don't have to do this step. I'm doing it, I just want to make it a little bit more fancy than normal because we're having a birthday party and this is my contribution, so just a little bit more fancy than the normal one I'd do. And the other fruits that you can put in it, oh, it's amazing. You can do any fruit that you like. Passion fruit is great. Blueberries, strawberries. So with the blueberries and strawberries, you just mix them through, and then if you want to do a decoration like this, you can put it on the sides. And the passion fruit, yeah, you would just mix that through. So what I'm going to do now is just to put a little bit of pineapple on every second one there. Oh, I didn't count it right. What do we do? Put one right between. There we go. That's sorted. Okay, now what I'm going... Oh, let's put some in the... Can't resist. We've got to put some in the centre. And there you have it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pop that back in the fridge and let it just make sure that cream is really nice and solid. Then I'm going to pop it into the freezer, leave it in the freezer for probably about 4 or 5 hours, and that way it'll be mostly frozen. Then I'm going to wrap it. I'm going to wrap it with some plastic wrap, and that will stay in the freezer. It only needs to stay in the freezer for 5 days until the party, so that'll be all good, actually. Okay, thanks for joining me on the video. Hope you give it a try. Love to hear in the comments if you try different fruit and what you use. You can decorate it differently. Like if I had some kiwi fruit and maybe some strawberries, we could put that on there as well. But the possibilities are endless. So thanks for joining me, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye now.